Hey there, beauties. It's been a while since I've had the time and space to make a video for you, so I do apologise. But I'm happy today to be able to share with you the response to a question that I was asked. Someone was asking for support around connection and around feeling a lack of connection since a beloved partner had died. And so I wanted to share some clearing statements with you, especially around connection with our own deepest heart, because ultimately that is where we find the source of all connection, and that feels very essential. And so if you're new to these videos, you can either just listen to them or speak the clearing statements along with me, obviously just after me, because you need to hear the statement. And I do try to leave enough space for you to repeat, but you can listen to the video as many times as you want. Obviously listening to the clearing statements, just listening can be very powerful, but what I really recommend when it's possible is to speak the clearing statements out loud. Really feel them in your body. Don't just say them as empty words, but really find where those statements resonate with you. And if you're from a slightly different culture and linguistic tradition, you may find that the specific words that I use are not quite like you're feeling, and then in which case just use the words that resonate with you, that communicate that feeling or that sense of the struggle with connection for you, because the important thing is your connection between your feeling and the words that you speak, and the power of the words that you speak into your space, into this language field that I've been talking about in some of the previous videos, is really what creates the transformation. It's extraordinarily powerful, and that's why the listening, although it's beneficial, is not as powerful as the real speaking out loud from the core of yourself. So I do recommend that if you can. Obviously, you probably will want to wait until you're in a quiet place to do that, so that you can really feel and allow yourself to open to the statements. And I do close my eyes during these clearing videos, so you're also invited to close your eyes. You don't really need to see me. I'm not going to do anything very exciting. I will just sit here and share clearing statements around connection with us. So just take a deep breath. You may want to bring your hand to rest on the heart or on the belly, just so that you can connect in with yourself and give yourself maximum permission to be present in your own body and in the sensations that you experience, because these are your words. Although I speak them and I feed them to you, they are your words, and that is very valuable when you can connect into that. So repeat out loud after me. I clear all the words I've ever heard, ever thought, ever spoken, ever read, ever been exposed to in any way, that have caused me to believe that the source of connection exists outside of myself. I clear all the words I've ever heard, ever thought, ever spoken, ever read, ever been exposed to in any way, that have caused me to feel disempowered in the face of connection, or dependent on other beings for the experience of connection. And I do invite you to take a deep, full breath after each clearing statement, just to help it land and settle in your body. I clear all the words I've ever heard, ever thought, ever spoken, ever read, ever been exposed to in any way, that have caused my heart to yearn for connection and believe that it is not always accessible to me in any moment. I clear all the words I've ever heard, ever thought, ever spoken, ever read, ever been exposed to in any way, that have taught me to avoid connecting with my own heart, my own deepest truth, my own inner being, and to withhold love and acceptance from myself, so that I end up seeking it externally. I clear all the words I've ever heard, ever thought, ever spoken, ever read, ever been exposed to in any way, that have taught me to believe that I need the approval and acceptance of other people before I can accept and approve of myself. I clear all the words I've ever heard, ever thought, ever spoken, ever read, ever been exposed to in any way, that have caused me to confuse acceptance from other human beings with acceptance from God or the divine or Mother Earth, whatever I understand to be the source of all and everything. I clear all the words I've ever heard, ever thought, ever spoken, ever read, ever been exposed to in any way, that have caused me to turn away from the source of connection, which is always available to me within my own heart. I clear all the words I've ever heard, ever thought, ever spoken, ever read, ever been exposed to in any way, that have caused me to be externalized and to believe that the only way that I can meet my needs is from the outside, something beyond the surface of my own skin. And just take a few deep, full breaths, feeling the space that these clearing statements have evoked for you. And you are very welcome to stay here in this quiet space for as long as you need. You're also very welcome to continue saying clearing statements for yourself using the same structure if you're aware of something that has been stimulated through the clearing statements. And if you have any questions or you'd like to ask me to offer a guided clearing on a particular topic, please feel free to reach out and I will do my best to record another video again soon. Namaste.